in common with a Garrison Hurst and with Von Hebron. You never see their shoulders leave parallel. Look at their shoulders as they're running. He's going right, he's going left, but his helmet and those numbers never leave a bead on that goalpost down at the other end of the field. He's a kid that can go right and go left. He's not a Barry Sanders type. He's not an Emmett Smith type. He's not a Garrison Hurst type. He's a Ron Moore type.
He was a fourth-round pick for Phoenix. First and 10. Here he is. Clyde Simmons rode his back after 2, maybe 3. Clyde Simmons is, one columnist here wrote, the last of the Mohicans, the last of that famed gangrene defensive line that was such a story here in Philadelphia for the last 5 years or more.
But Clyde realizes what people are saying. This is his last year in Philly. He's going to get out. Mr. Brayman's not going to give him the money. He's not focusing on that. He's focusing on making this the best defense he can, and this can be a very good defense.
Second down and 8. No flag, broken up by William Thomas. He reached in to bat it away from Ron Moore. William Thomas had a sprained knee during the preseason, missed the last 2 preseason games.
You talk about confidence and the quarterback position being a confidence game, and Randall Cunningham completing all those passes to start this game. On the exact opposite end of the spectrum is a start that Steve Berline's gotten off to in this game. I mean, he can't hit himself in the foot right now with a pass. I mean, he's been a little off, he's been a little short, and he's got confidence. He's got to show it.
2 of 9 on 3rd and 8. There's a great example of it, Randy. He overthrew an open Gary Clark near midfield. So 2 for 10 so far for Berline.
And those of you back in Phoenix and around here that are Cardinal fans that might expect to see a Chris Chandler if Berline does not do well, remember that sprained ankle Chandler suffered. He's still hobbled very badly. It's going to take something extremely radical, I think, to see Chandler. So Berline has got to have the time and will have the time to settle down.
Camarillo. This sails out of bounds at the 35. The Cardinals so far have managed only 2 first downs. The Eagles lead 7-0 early in the second. The Eagles lead 7-0 here at the Vet in Philadelphia, where the Eagles were undefeated last year, the only team in the league to win all of their home games.
And thus far, the Eagles offense, Jim, has done what they said. Randall Cunningham told us, you look at this big nickel defense, it says you can't run against us, but Randall seems to think it says I can throw against you. And so far, he's thrown very well. They've tried to double the outsides. He's gone to Bavaro. They've gone to the left. They haven't stopped it to the left. They haven't stopped it to Bavaro.
Eric Floyd sent to the locker room, and number 75 has replaced him, Rob Selby. Selby will line up at right guard and go against the young guns defensive line of the Cardinals. It includes Keith Rucker, Eric Swan, Reuben Davis. First down, Philadelphia. To the mitt. Caught it at the 50, down at the 45. And I have to say, it's early, but Bavaro looks like the old Mark Bavaro of the Giants.
NFC East fans are very familiar with that guy catching passes in that part of the territory on the field and smacking defensive backs around and carrying them down the field. I remember when we played him back in, gosh, was it 86? Bavaro in a Monday night game carried Ronnie Lott, Eric Wright, and about 3 linebackers 10 yards for a first down, and it was a turning play in that game.
3 catches for 40 yards. Von Hebron's in. He's the single back. Watch him. Here's his first carry. Run of about 5, but there's a flag down at the line of scrimmage. I seem to remember that Bavaro catch against you guys. Is that the time you left the bench and also tried to bring him down?
We were playing a little, what was that game Bill Cosby describes, buck? You jump on everybody's back and try to knock them down.
We have illegal motion. The tight end went from the line of scrimmage in motion without stopping. 5 yards. Repeat, first down.
You wonder what that was? Going in motion without stopping? Take a look at this. Didn't stop, kept going. You got to get back, you got to get set, and then you go in motion. It can't be one big fluid movement.
He gets a little confused when he doesn't have a player riding on his back.
The arms on that guy. I mean, you talk about him as a receiver. I remember linebackers living in mortal fear of Mark Bavaro because he had such good hands inside. He'd get a hold of guys and just pancake.
First and 15. Randall rolling out. Another flag is down.
Well, just as we were talking about pancake blocks and getting your hands inside on guys, I think they might have caught Mr. Bavaro on that right tight end position, having a little too good a grasp on one of his opponents. In that case, I believe it was Reuben Davis, 93, the left defensive end.
Holding, number 84 offense, 10 yards, repeat, first down.
So they have flagged Bavaro 2 straight plays, and look out, here's Selby in for Floyd already, and he too is injured.
And that means the next backup for the Eagles has got to be Baldinger. He spelled Alexander the last couple preseason games at center, but he's got to be the next substituted guard. This hurts.
This game summary is sponsored by Michelin.
Well, Cunningham drove the Eagles to a touchdown, although he was picked off in the end zone on another drive. Sherman scored from a yard out, and Berline is off target so far, but Rob Selby has been helped off the field, Randy.
Bad news for the Eagles. Watch Selby right here. Coming down, won't even get hit. This is a classic turf situation. Your body goes to stop, and your joint doesn't.
There's a replacement, 62, Brian Baldinger. It's first and 24. Vaughn Hebron. It's about 2 yards.
Look at that wiggle. That play right there is a good illustration of what kind of player this Hebron can be. He didn't gain much on that. He didn't gain basically anything, but he made it exciting. There were people all in the backfield. He has that ability. You know, Richie Kotite says, when you get a player that you feel the excitement on the sideline from his own teammates, when he's in the game, you know you got something special.
Second and 22. The Eagles report to the box here that Selby has a sprained right knee and doubtful he'll return. Cunningham, flag down.
Could be another hold in there. Is it me, or does this whole process just take longer?
Yeah.
This is like decision by committee every year. It gets a little bit longer.
They found so many ways to speed up the game, even this year. Changing the play clock.
Number 78 offense, 10 yards, repeat, second down.
You want to put a clock on the officials now to be able to make a call and enact it within 30 seconds?
They got a hard enough job. I tell you the job I wouldn't want is umpire. You're standing right there behind the line of scrimmage. You got wide receivers, you got running backs, you got linebackers, you got offensive linemen trying to run you over, and defensive linemen. You can have their job. They do a great job for what they got to do.
Second and 32. Victor Bailey, first NFL catch. Wearing the uniform number of a previous great wide receiver here, Mike Quick. 13 yards on this pass play.
And that's the kind of reception you love to see a rookie receiver make. But the kind of receptions that Randall Cunningham and the Eagles are expecting out of this kid is the kind where he catches the ball a la John Taylor or Jerry Rice about 5, 7, 10 yards downfield and breaks it. He's got the ability to take it and do something with it after he catches it.
Third and 19.